Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Meet Magento 2026 in Florida. And now please give a big warm welcome to our very own Ravi.
Well, welcome everyone to Meet Magento Florida 2026. Thank you for choosing and committing to be here. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be 2 full days of boatload of networking, learning, and fun. I can't think of anywhere else to be right now at this place. The staff at Hard Rock has been very, very accommodating. They've been very, very gracious. And how about we begin with a round of applause for yourself for showing up, and incredible staff at Hard Rock. Well, as Chirag said, my name is Ravi Mittal, and I'm your host and organizer for this conference. I founded Rave Digital in 2008, and in 2014, we decided to pivot to a full-service e-commerce agency as compared to a generic software factory. In 2019, we decided to acquire Aheadworks because it came with a lot of extensions in the product side of business so that we can have better control over deliveries and quality of the services. And since 2022, we have completed 10 acquisitions of other SaaS applications. So though the reason for doing all these things was business, but little did I know at that time that we will be, this together, Rave and Aheadworks, will be very, very helpful in giving back to the community in form of organizing this event. There's more in the works that I'm going to cover on the closing note, but this 2 pair of services and the product company together is very instrumental in giving back to the community. So I'm very proud of that. Our job as a sponsor is to ensure that each one of you get immense value from this conference and the ROI from the time and money that you spend at this conference, right? So, and I see this as a community kind of first event. So though the onus of running this show is on the shoulders of my team, can I ask my team members to stand up wherever they are? I never told them that I'm going to do that. Stand up wherever they are. So though No, stay standing. I did not practice it like that. Stay standing for a minute, please. Yep. Okay, stay standing. Can you please stand up? Yep. No, I want you to stand up. So though the onus of running the show is on these shoulders, as you guys see, have a seat. Yeah, have a seat. Though it is on these shoulders, but it is a community event, and it takes a village to grow a child. Meet Magento Florida is 4 years old today. It takes a lot of work, and that work is provided by, in terms of volunteer time that is spent by various people from the members of the community. As I see, this event is not for profit, not catering to a particular company or a particular person kind of a event, right? So that's why we added the fourth core value, community first, to our existing 3 values. Well, if you don't know what was okay, there's a mic that's working as well. So yeah. So if you haven't noticed, in 2025, what was one thing that kind of, definitely AI, right? 50% of our content is on AI. But the one thing that was noteworthy was, are you guys hearing echo or it's just me? No, we're good? Yeah, because I thought that this mic is on as well. Anyhow, so the one thing that is noteworthy that happened in the community was that Adobe launched Adobe Commerce Cloud SaaS, right? And this is the first true, earlier when they used to say Adobe Commerce Cloud, I would smirk a little bit, because it was not a true cloud, right? And this one is a composable architecture. This one is, the head is based on the AEM called Website Optimizer. The body is same Adobe Commerce, which is a robust engine, which is, as extensible as it is possible. Though the extensibility part of it is replaced from extension to app builder, which gives it an API-first architecture. It solves all the problem of the technical debt that was earlier associated with, which is like, why do I need to apply security patch updates and version upgrades? So now you have a solution, or you have a right architecture right now, and it's a lot of work to put in place. Not only they are innovating there, but they are supporting this conference year over year for all these 4 years. So thank you, Adobe. Thank you for supporting this conference, and thank you for being a headline sponsor. I want to thank PayPal, right by side, Adobe side, for being a platinum sponsor again year over year. So thank you for doing that. I want to thank myself. And thanks to our supporting sponsors, I really appreciate without the help of the sponsors, this event would have not been possible. I've said year over year again. And to ensure that, there is some kind of ROI value for our sponsors, and credit, before I talk about this, credit goes to Kristaps from MageBit. He gave me an idea to have a twist this time to this meeting validation thing. So what we are doing this time is we have given raffle tickets to our sponsors at their booths. So show some love, understand their product and services, and if you do so, you'll get a raffle ticket. Drop that raffle ticket at our booth, and in the closing note, we'll announce a winner. And the winner will get a the least expensive iPad. Yeah. Sorry, tight budget, yeah. Yeah. We thought of going middle of the range. You go to that restaurant, you don't want to buy the cheapest thing, but this time we cheaped out. Sorry for that. So, now this is about sponsors, us, but what are you here for? What's your goals? So we took the liberty of defining the goals for yourself. If you haven't given it a thought and just got a plane ticket, your goals should be learning, networking, and fun. So we have these 3 buckets of goals, and that is very clear in our mission statement. I last year asked you to read the mission statement with me. I won't do that again. It was very cheesy. But I will read it to bring the Magento community together for immense, nobody's saying, learning, collaborative networking, and memorable fun. So these core these goals for the conference, we as a sponsor need to make sure, we as a host and organizer, we need to ensure that we have the right components for it. It's a different story that how much of these each bucket that you want to fill. If it was me going to a conference, it would be just fun. I'm just kidding again. No, it will be learning, it will be networking, and it will be fun. It has to be an equal component of these 3 goals. So that's why we have 2 business tracks, which is learning, and we have 30 speakers will be there on the stage. They'll be sharing their knowledge. There'll be 10 networking or fun events surrounding these 2 full days of conference. So this is a schedule at glance. You see that we have 2 full day of conference this time. We have changed some things around to make sure that you get the maximum value out of the conference. And so today we will have happy hour, dinners, casino night, and tomorrow the sessions start, from 9:30 to 5:30. And we're closing note, we'll have closing party by the pool, and we will have Entice Night Club. And for those who are in town, just come and attend the beach day, it will be fun. Before I got on the stage today at 11 a.m., Brent, Isaac, and David Sai, they took a workshop, 1.5-hour workshop. It was pretty intense. I heard good feedback about it, So thank you for taking the workshop. Thank you, appreciate it. And, Brent especially, he has been everywhere. He's been like selection committee member, so I'll have to thank him 3 times in my thing, So, yeah. Can I just do ×3 right now? Okay, after I get off the stage, our very lovely Ritesh Somani, my favorite guy, he will be giving an update from Adobe, and he's your board member association as well, so he will be giving an update from both the sides. Noah Ockenberg, my friend, he's going to take the stage. He will talk about updates from association. Thank you in advance. And then followed by that, we will have a keynote that we had, same speaker. It was so well received that this year we said that why don't we bring a same, keynote? And he's going to talk to you about, like, in the time of the craziness, in the time of whatever is going, the tech is changing, and people are having FOMO. So how to be more intentional about your decision making, and how to tell your narrative, how to slow down. So he will talk, and it will be a good keynote. I'm looking forward to learning from you, Chirag. Here are the sessions on on the business track, the first half, Julian, Norris, Bill, Amit, Sergey, Anik, Stephen, these are the guys. They will be talking, covering the business track in the first half. Thank you, guys. Thank you in advance. Pradeep, coming all the way from India, Mr. Marek, Alexander Kravchuk, repeat speakers, Eric Henson from Leopard. He's a good brand, and he's a technical architect. I had personally had a conversation with him, very sharp guy. So these all, Chris, Nika, he flew, all the way here on his own plane, to get to this, And he offered me yesterday night that next time, Ravi, I'm going to, take you with me. I said, no way. And in the second half, we will continue the business track. Here are the speakers. Our Mr. Bianchi from Bimir will be here. Sean, all the way coming from Georgia, I think country Georgia. Amy Hughes, Cuba. Jacob. Jacob cannot be here, and I did not have time to update my. So this is where we will have a demo of the language translation app, how localization will impact conversion, will resonate with the audience very well. So we will have a session. We have to replace that, and Ollie Hunt will be talking about Build.io. Here are the speakers on technical track. Denny, repeat speaker. Jennifer from LH and Sander, Hitarth, Liana, Angel. Thank you in advance. Thank you for, a lot of people are traveling from across the ocean, from Europe, at least 35–40% people are coming from Europe. So thank you for traveling all the way, and just to share your knowledge and share your story and share your wins. Thank you for doing that. I'll take a pause if you want to download the agenda and the property map, because I think we communicate pretty well, but we are still, it's a big property and people need to navigate their way around. So if you scan this thing and download, you will not only get agenda, but the property map and whatever is happening around the property. We good? Let me click through. Yep, got it. Okay. So as I said, Mr. Peterson, Brent, here are the members of our selection committee. Received a lot of submissions. They went through all of this. So there are 3 people who are more like technical side, 3 people on the business side, but all 6 people evaluated each and every session. And again, as I said, it's a community first event, and the members of the selection committee, they met every week, and they had interviews. They talked to each and every submission and evaluated each and every submission, ensuring that the content is of value. There is no sponsored content on the stage. I want to thanks to our MCs. We have 8 of them. I'm going to not name all of them. So thank you for ensuring that these tracks will stay on track. So we want to make sure. So thank you for agreeing to do that. Now here are some things that some highlights of the evening socials and happenings that are happening. That are going to happen today, tomorrow. So there are 2 dinners. There's a cigar lounge. We will have definitely casino. And then we will have, dinner by the pool. We already covered that, right? So now, one of the things I was thinking and pondering, right? Why do I like, going to meet Magento events? Why do I like Magento community? And these are the 4 adjectives that I came up with, and and I truly mean it when I say that. I mean, this community is resilient. The times are changing, and still people are innovating. They are curious. They are professional. There's competition in this room right now. There are agency owners. There are tech vendors. They're competing, but they play fair and square. They play fair and square. And I love about this community. Like, I'm friends with, our competition. And we just have good time. Tell me one community that does that, So finally, as I said, I love this community. And this is my favorite word: smaller the tribe, bigger the vibe. Cheers to immense learning, collaborative, networking, and memorable fun. Thank you, guys.